Okay, let's go ahead to keep going to talk about a map. First, here. So this called Pinkskin, and Pinkskin, the previous command is -sp, but the new version of the maps is changed to as -sn, and Pinkscan is like ping and also known ICMP echo scan. And here we just talk about what is ICMP, and is or host discover scan is a network's scan techniques used to determine if the host is online or responsive. And the primary purpose of a ping scan is to identify active host on the network rather than probing for open ports or service. So it's like ping. So we can try it because it's very fast. Okay, so we ping the routers again and yeah, very quickly. And later, this one is help you to quickly to scan the whole. So this star is to from 0 to 255. And this one is here having description for meaning of the commands. And the S is scan synchronize. And this is protocol scan. And SVV is a version for the target's operating system versions. And this O -O, you can check your operating system, and this is the targets. Okay. And because it needs to take some time to wait, so I cannot share this in this recording, but here have an outputs. And you can, as you can see, you can, I scanned the router, so we can see here have an port, open ports, and which port is closed, and the version for the target. And T5, a map in the commands have T1 to T5. T5 is the fastest, and it's help you to be very quickly to scan the IP range. Okay, but it also need to take some time, so I won't show the jobs in this recording. Okay, and before we just talk about what is three-way handshake. So this is a flex in the case that you want to perform an TCP Connect Scan, which involves attempting to establish a connection with the target by completing the three-way handshake. So this type scan is generally slower and more easily detectable than other scan types, such as synchronized or state scans. So this not very suggest to scan the other IP. For instance, like Google's or other static IP. So I suggest you just scan in your local network region. So like scan the other targets drones. So probably next handouts or I will talk about how to set up the target drones, or we can just scan in our virtual machine and our virtual environments. So here's go ahead to talk about what is still scan, and it's a half. Compared to this one is three-way handshake, but this one is half scan, and we just have a synchronize. We'll send to our targets and return to this, and after we receive this message, we will send this to our targets. So three-way handshake is not completed, and the connection will be interrupted. Okay. And this one, if this port is closed, our targets won't send this message to us, so only send this one. So compared to this one, through handshakes, it will have this, and we will send an ACK to the targets. And yeah, so compared to have and the whole ones, is the difference is like this. Okay, and this one is we just talk about the Steel's TCP, and here is the comments, and it's a half open scan. So it's a half open scan, but it's a whole one. Okay, and this technique that is more discrete and often faster than the full TCP Connect scan. The main advantage of this type of scan is less likely to be detected by intrusion detection system. As in firewalls, it will detect you that if you want to attack, and your packet will pass by through the firewalls, and if the firewall have some rules, then detect it, you have some attack actions, and yeah, probably your IP will be limited. So don't scan, just scan in your own environments. Okay. So still scan is performed using a TCP SYNC flag, which is why sometimes referred to as a SYNC scan. Okay, and here is the command of the SYNC scan. And invert TCP flag scan is as known as a null and thin and XMAS tree scanning is a type of the network scanning techniques used to gather information about a target system. It's often employed by attackers to determine if specific ports on a target system are opened or closed without triggering certain intrusion detection system. And why we need it? Because sometimes the attacker or the hacker, they will send this kind of packet to determine, oh, probably this firewall is strong enough, is secure enough or not. If I send this thing scan packet to the targets, but the targets didn't have did still reply the packets back to me, still return the packet to me, we will know this firewall is weak. So probably it will be the attack targets of the hacker or the attacker. So, and some of these packets will be regarded as an DOS attack. So this command not just don't use it to scan other network. Okay. And here is an UDP scan and performs a version detection scan. Okay, and last but not least, we will talk about the private IP, because as you can see, the IP I just showed to you guys is always be wait, generally is like, well, for me, my computers in our local network environments is 192.168. As you can see, is 192.168 is a private IP. But if you open your Chrome, and you will see who I am. Okay, you can type who I am. Oh, sorry, my IP or its vectors. Okay, you check. Here's is your IP. this one is your IP, and this one not private. So probably next time I can talk about this more detail, but as you can see, if you are not this one and this one, uh, or this one, so A class, B class, and A class. If you're not this one, all of this is not private IP. But if you are private IPs, this older, yeah, it's private IP. Okay, so yes, and that's all for today. And next time I will talk about how to use Kali Linux tools and maybe talk about more detail about the IP. Okay, that's all for today. Hopefully you will like the hangout I prepared to you guys. And thank you for your listening.